my friends, to a Skyrim video. Before we go on, I better quickly eat something. I'm actually dying here. There we are. That should keep us sated for a while. There we are. So anyway, in today's video, I want to talk about the best place to live in Skyrim. Now, there are many great player homes in this game. There are also a bunch of player home mods that are awesome as well. For me personally, I think this is the best place to live in Skyrim. I'm just going to go for a little run through and have a look at the features of this landscape and why I think it's such a good place to live, essentially. Okay, so first of all, the biggest feature of this place that I find the most appealing is the hot springs itself. I mean, imagine just having a jacuzzi that stretches for miles. You know, Skyrim's a really cold place, so who wouldn't want to just have a lovely hot spring to jump into whenever they want? Just a comforting, delicious, warm hot spring. So that's one of the best things about this place is you never get cold, and you know, you have access to just living on a hot spring, which is amazing. And you know, there's little islands here, little pockets of land and rock where you can set up tents and campfires. Over here is where I've set up my base. I've got my little campsite here, got a torch going in there, a lantern. I've got my walking stick here, got an amulet, a little baggie down there. And okay, this is where my fire, it's burned to ash now because I left it without replenishing the wood stock. And I got my little pot here that I would fill this with food and start cooking. Talk about food, that brings me on to my next point, which is this place is ripe with game, just wild game. There's elk, deer, rabbits, fox, bears, any kind of wild game, and it's so plentiful. That's why the hunters that you can see sitting over there, that's why the hunters also live here, because it's just so plentiful of game that you can essentially just live off the land forever. There's also a large number of berries and mushrooms you can pick, so you have a lot of vegetables and meat to live off on this land here. And of course there's some iron ore veins and other types of ore veins here, as well as trees for wood, grass, twigs for lumber, everything, kindling, and you know, all those things make this such a renewable place to live. You can just live off the land here forever. It's just so great. As you can see, you get a great view of the sky at night here. Earlier you could see the lights that were up in the sky. That was amazing. Some nice mountains and everything. And another great place about these hot springs is it's just so strategically located as well. So if we open our map here, we can see that we have a major city, Windhelm, just north of this campsite where we're living currently. So if we, for whatever reason, need to go into town, we can with much ease. All we'd have to do is just traverse the hot springs. As you can see, this whole area is the hot springs area here, and this is like the pocket where the hunters live, and this is the best place to live, in my opinion. As you can see, Windhelm just there. We have a mill here and a smaller town just there as well. So for essentials, you could go there and then for whatever reason, you could go all the way to Windhelm if you wish. And yeah, it's just such a good location. Now you might be thinking this place is kind of out in the open. There's like no roof ahead, and apart from the tent, there's not much shelter. Well, in case of snowstorms, tundras, or just rainstorms or whatever, I want to show you the second layer of why this place is so amazing to live, because there is a subterranean place right under the hot springs where you can take shelter if need be. Let's go inside. So as you can see, we have a cave here. And wait until you guys see what's inside this cave. So this goes right under the hot springs, as you'll see in a minute. And we have just this wondrous cavern. Again, so many places to set up camp in here. You can set up a tent pretty much anywhere. Look, one of these islands, you can set up a tent over here. Set up your campfire around here. And again, there's other people here as well. So you won't be lacking for company at all. Again, hot springs here. We're right above where we were at the hot springs. Water's pouring down. We have all these wonderful trees and stuff, and you know, in case of a huge rainstorm, and you know, maybe if it's a snowstorm or something, because you know Skyrim does get very snowy during the winter months, then you know, you can come down here, set up a nice campfire, set up your tent, and you can live down here instead. And when it all clears up, you can head back up to the top. So yeah, my friends, for me personally, this is the best place to live in Skyrim. I've got my horse here, so I can ride out anytime I want. There's nothing keeping me here, but this is truly the best place to live in Skyrim. There's wild game to live off, there's fish, there's berries, there's mushrooms. There's always going to be someone to talk to, so you know, you won't be lacking for company at all. We've got some nice flowers and things here. Pick that. And yeah, this place is just amazing. Who doesn't want to bask in glorious hot springs? If you push it outwards, kind of deeper into the hot springs, there are some wild animals. There are bears. There are sometimes mammoths and giants passing through here, so be wary of that. But apart from that, if you stick to this little pocket here, you should be good pretty much forever. And right now, we've got a goat right in front of me. I'm not going to kill it because I've hunted enough goats already. There's another goat right there, so, you know, there's enough game. Oh, there's one of the giants I was talking about. But yeah, like, there's enough food here to last. You can get a lot of meat, delicious meat here. So my friends, this is where I'm going to end this video. I'm just going to live here now. I'm going to bask in these hot springs, wonderful natural jacuzzi. So yeah, make sure you live here in Skyrim if you're doing a hunter build, maybe out on the road. Come here to camp. Yes, it's just good fun. So I'll see you, my friends, in the next video. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now, my friends.